West Europe has higher temperature than other same latitude regions. But if global warming degenerates, glacier will melt, and the cold water will meet Gulf Stream. Then because of this inflow, Gulf Stream will stop. So the heat source of West Europe will be blocked and West Europe will face harsh cold weather. This is not just prediction. It starts to happen. Gulf Stream is a good example of climate change caused by global warming. And it implies that if we start nothing to solve global warming, we don't know what disasters will occur. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Han Hyo-won. I'd like to talk today about global CO2 emissions. If you look at the graph, you can see the sources of CO2 emissions in 2006. I'll talk about the largest three sources. The largest sources of CO2 emissions is electricity and heat production. This accounts for 70%. The second is manufacturing and construction. This accounts for 17%. And the third is transportation. This accounts for 11%. This shows that we must save electricity and goods and go on foot and by bicycle rather than by car. The end. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jong-an. Today I'd like to talk about effect by climate change. In first picture, temperature slowly rises all over the world. Over 1 century, almost 0.7 Celsius increases. It looks not so serious, but this effect causes very dangerous situation. As you can see in second picture, icebergs melt rapidly. During 24 years, 22% of icebergs melt in North Pole. How fast? Many people think it's not their real problem, but their thoughts are perfectly wrong. Look at this picture. Korea is not safe anymore. Because of melting icebergs, sea level rises constantly. If this tendency keeps for 80 years, almost lands in Korea sink. It means your family sinks together. Now, how do you feel? Don't waste your time and enjoy your life. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ji-hee-yu. I major in atmospheric science. The topic number 1, global CO2 emission, is what I want to study later. So I choose this topic. Look at the order of presentation. 1, introduction of CO2 emissions. 2, CO2 emissions graph. 3, the reason why did we get a graph as follows. First of all, I'm going to talk about the reason why CO2 emissions is dangerous. Carbon dioxide is emitted during respiration and also generated from volcanoes, hot springs, and freed from carbonate rocks by dissolution. But by the Industrial Revolution, the emission was increasing exponentially. Look at this graph. There is a rapidly increasing trend of carbon dioxide. It causes many problems. It have had an effect on global temperature and also caused the climate changes. So CER certified emissions reduction was formed. It is very important to check out the global CO2 emissions. There are two graphs. First, this is a graph of carbon emissions for top 5 countries, and second is a graph of carbon emissions per person listed by country. Look at this graph. As you can see, China and India's CO2 emissions are high in first, but second, the level are low. Such as China and India have a population of many, so the entire state carbon emissions is divided by the population. The per person carbon emissions amount becomes lower than other countries. Therefore, there are differences. In the carbon dioxide reduction policies, the result affects significantly. Because as we standard for CER, we choose a discrepancy in the cost may also occur. So we should concern the reason and cause the problem. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Soyoung. I want to talk about sea level rise and global warming. Global warming is the most urgent environmental problem the world is facing. If it warms globally, it's global warming. This is a graph of average world temperature. There is an increasing trend of average world temperature because of global warming. Also, global warming effects on glaciers. Because of global warming, the glaciers are gradually melting. It causes a rise of sea level. It is a graph of recent sea level rise. Many areas will sink under the water as the sea level goes up. This picture shows areas at risk from sea level rise. The red areas show places that will be underwater after 6 meters sea level rise. Also, as sea level rises, the intensity of natural disaster will be increased too. Experts warn that sea level on this planet will rise about 50 centimeters within the next 100 years, causing many island nations to flood. The sea level may rise and pose a threat to the plants and animals in coastal areas. Therefore, global warming and sea level rise are a large problem that requires new and intensive solutions. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Im Jung-min. I will talk about topic for natural disasters and global warming. Is context. If you look at the graph on the right, you can see that increasing of global temperature, increasing of disasters and climate change. I subdivide disasters into several categories. Let's see in details. The first one is earthquake. This graph shows number of earthquakes per year. As global warming gets worse, the pressures of Arctic and Antarctic melts, so the force of surface to push mantle is weakening. Magma in the mantle of the force trying to get out of the ground is growing. Then plates around the world are active. The second one is desertification. These pictures show that desertification. As global warming gets worse, the overall height of the earth increases, so evaporation of the size is bigger. Therefore, desertification is more severe. The third is yellow dust. The first picture shows the place of origin about yellow dust, and the second graph shows event number and continue number of days. As global warming gets worse, China's desertification gets more worse, so the number of yellow dust is increasing. The fourth one is El Niño. This graph shows year of El Niño occurs. The average thermal capacity of the Pacific Ocean near the equator is getting lower by the global warming, and this makes the cycle of El Niño shorter and the magnitude stronger. Disasters, that's another. Famine, drought, and broad insect infestations, lice, windstorm, wildfire, volcanic eruption, blah blah blah. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, I am Shin Jong-seo. I choose topic 3, carbon dioxide emissions and food production. I answered the 4 questions. The first is, how are carbon dioxide emissions made on food? The second is, which process emits the less carbon dioxide? The third is, what foods can we eat to help lower carbon dioxide emissions? And fourth is my question. The process of growing, preparing, and selling foods creates carbon dioxide emissions. Figure 4 shows the making process of box of breakfast cereal. As you can see in the first picture, we use tractor to harvest the grain. Of course, it worked by fossil fuel. It emits carbon dioxide. The second, also while shucking the grain and processing, the factory emits carbon dioxide. The belt conveyor too. The third, we transport goods by big truck, rail, ship, even also airplane. All things that we use moved by fossil fuel and emits carbon dioxide. The last picture, the box we dispose is carried by the garbage truck to an incinerator. While incinerating, a lot of carbon dioxide is emitted. As you saw, all processes include the using fossil fuel process. This is the second answer. What do you think about it? Which one emits less carbon dioxide? Given all things, tomato grown in your backyard emits less carbon dioxide than any other things, because this process not use tractor and there is no processing. So I think it emits less carbon dioxide. The reason that hamburger meat emits the most carbon dioxide is that it is also my first question. Because for meat diet, a lot of livestock are raised, and while raising, as you can see, it needs much energy. Finally, is the last question. In the result, to help lower carbon dioxide emissions, we eat organic vegetables and domestic and local food. Thank you.
My name is Kim Hyung-tae. I want to talk about natural disasters and climate change. At first, you can see this graph. This graph means increasing of disasters. Earthquakes increases very slightly, and all disasters are increases very quickly. At this graph, earthquake have very small part, in flood, severe storm, tornado and flood, and many others have almost part, and these are called weather-related disasters. This graph shows weather-related disasters, increasing of weather-related disasters. And this graph also shows weather-related disasters increase very quickly. Why weather-related disasters increase very quickly?
after industrial